And you're live.
We're live.
From Sunday night live, Sunday morning.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, to the FMO Show, number 22.
Isn't that crazy that we've gotten 22 shows done?
22, yeah.
And I would
We
love
don't
to do more.
that often.
Well, that's true, yeah.
It's more of a testament to how long we've been doing it than it is like our consistency. It's only 6 months worth of shows spread out over 4 years.
We're going to get better at it. We have been talking about setting up a new studio and doing more lives, more reviews, things like that coming down the pipeline, which I'm super excited. Me and Daniel have spent hours planning this out, so we've got a whole new concept for a studio.
Yep.
And it's, you can't see it. There's all this stuff over here.
Yeah, it's the same building. It's just like, you know, paint and lights and stuff. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
If you're a content creator, you need to find a way to make things easy on yourself when you go to create content. If you're always having to like reset up the camera, reset up everything, it really is a deterrent from the process.
How's it going, everybody? We got some people in the chat. What VR are we fixing today? We're not going to fix VRs today. We're just going to kind of talk about VR, and then we're going to give away a couple headsets. We've got a couple of glow-in-the-dark headsets that we were giving away really over like the last month, 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's time to say goodbye to these little headsets and send them off to their new owners. So it's always kind of sad, you know. We put a lot of work into these custom headsets, and then you just kind of shove them out like puppies, you know.
Just go out of the world.
Yeah.
Hopefully they survive.
Yeah,
you know?
like babies. You know, just. They've graduated high school and they're ready to go off to college.
Well, beautiful thing is if they do break, they know who to reach out to.
That's true.
It'll be fun to actually get it back. I mean, I assume they don't want it to break, but it'd be fun to get this back.
We have gotten one back before. I think the fireworks quest. We got the winner of that giveaway.
Oh, that got sent back?
Sent it back in because they had a mic issue.
Oh.
So.
That's funny.
Yeah. But, oh.
Got lots of comments.
Lots of comments. How's everybody doing today?
It's Sunday. We never do it on Sunday.
This is the way every Alienware item should be made.
Oh, with the green and black. Yeah.
Hey, remember me from the waffle-scented Oculus? Yeah. You said you would pay anything for a waffle-scented Oculus. And I was like, anything? And then you didn't respond to me. So, because, I mean, if you're willing to pay anything, we can definitely work something out.
Yeah. How does that work? Walk me through that process.
Yeah, I would just take all the plastic components and probably submerge them in maple extract.
Oh,
I think that's probably okay. I mean, most extracts are they're like alcohol based anyway.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So, just or maybe just the faceplate.
You really need one item.
Yeah.
To emit the odor.
Yes.
So maybe you're right. So maybe just the faceplate.
Just the face shield, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Especially on a 3S, you just dip the whole kit and caboodle in maple extract. Let it soak. That smelled like waffle for years.
For years
and years.
I don't know. I do love waffles, but I wonder if I'd get tired of the smell of waffles.
Do you ever get tired of vanilla?
I don't know that I do.
Yeah,
I love the smell of vanilla, but right, it's in the when I make waffles, I use vanilla extract.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you could just put vanilla in there.
You could just do that.
Yeah.
Just rub it.
Little vanilla, little maple. Really get the breakfast. We just need some bacon flavor. Bacon scent. Get the whole. My Quest just smells like breakfast. I wake up, I put the Quest on, and then I have a meatloaf scented Quest for a dinner.
I feel like it's some sort of Willy Wonka.
Yes, that's it. We're really stepping up the tech here with the scent tech. Did we announce it yet? No, we do not announce it yet. Usually the way that these things go is we try to announce them later on in the show. We've got a lot of things to talk about. We usually like to take questions. So if you're new here, if this is your first time being part of one of these live stream giveaways, live stream giveaways, then that's usually how it goes. Mm-hmm. So it'd be great if you wanted to hang out for the entire show. We like having people here.
Yep. We will take questions at some point later.
Well, I was kind of reading through the chat a little bit.
Oh.
Oculus waffle scent spray would make bank, I believe. Ooh, yeah. Maybe that's what... Yeah, Oculus scent spray.
I like this.
We'll just, yeah.
$1 million idea.
That's right. Run out and patent that real quick.
Well, you do. You know, as the thing is you do the waffle, and then when that's successful, then you have other flavors.
Yeah.
Or other scents.
Yeah. Strawberry.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, you got to think about this. The technology for like stickers, scented stickers, that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like so.
True. Scratch and sniff VR
headsets.
headsets.
Yeah.
Every time you want to, smell it a little bit, you just kind of get up there and just like scratch it a little bit.
Who knows where this is going to go?
Alrighty. I entered, but I got a shower. Will you send me an email to the winners, please? Yeah. So we do send an email out. But if you want to know who the winner was today, this is the way to know. So I kind of send the emails out on my own time, if we're being honest. I do all the emails, so it just kind of whenever I get around to it. That's why there's not that many of them. I really wish that I had more of them. Like I could really like sit down and commit to it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's a whole process getting them. Writing it, making the images, and
it's some work.
Doing all the addresses. We have a subscriber list of about 40,000 people in our newsletter. So, and not everybody wants to receive every email. So you kind of like the way that the email distribution system works real quick is you have people categorized by like how they entered. So did they enter on the website, or did they enter because they bought something from the website, or did they enter something through a giveaway? So you like segment all those things out, and you only distribute emails to like, the people that care about this thing. But that can take a lot of back end work sometimes, and the email list is always growing. And then there's people who like don't respond to emails. So you like take those people out of the email flow and blah, 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 blah. So, but yeah, I do generally try to send out emails about who won most of the time. It should also be on the website. I think Gleam automatically does that, populates the winner. So I always leave the old giveaways up in the giveaway tab.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, if you go to the homepage,
you can always kind of go see like, oh yeah, this giveaway ended, and Stephen G won, so or whatever.
Stephen G. Nobody by Stephen. We're just
it's an example.
An example. Don't get excited. There's no Stephen G.
Don't get crazy. Stephen G's in the chat right now.
He's like, oh my god!
Oh my god!
It would be funny if we got a Stephen that won.
Yeah.
After all this.
Yeah. They'd be like, it's rigged. It's rigged.
They knew it was Stephen G the whole time.
They knew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did. I will say, if you, I did do the launch of the $100 Steam gift card.
You did another one?
No, not recently. I just finished that one.
You just finished one.
Yeah. So I'll be doing that announcement on a video on the FMO Gaming channel.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and so we have another channel that Preston runs. It's the FMO Gaming channel. So more like gameplay and stuff about games, upcoming games, new games, kind of stuff like that. And we've been doing like $100 Steam gift card every month, basically.
Yeah, basically
since the start of the year. Mm-hmm. So if you guys are interested in participating in those giveaways, go subscribe to FMO Gaming. It's in our sister channel, so you can just go to our channel and like go down to the bottom, and we have FMO Gaming, we have FMO Clips, which kind of shows highlights from the live streams that we do, like this one. So we got FMO Clips, FMO Gaming, and we do giveaways on those channels too. So if you want to like maximize your chances to win and get something free, everybody loves free stuff. I get questions about free stuff in the comments every day. I probably have 20 people a day that are like, can I get a free Quest? Can I get a free headset? Hey, if you're not using one of those headsets, can I get one of those? Hey, if you're not using that Valve Index, can I use? I put up that video about like I've got all these headsets and these are the ones that I actually use. And I really set myself up for failure on that one because there's so many people that are like, if you're not using that Pimax, I'll take it off your hands. It's like,
we use it sometimes.
Yeah. You don't use everything that you own all the time.
Yeah. We like to have our collection, too.
That's right.
We worked really hard on our collection.
That's true.
I'm proud of our collection.
We have some pretty nice headsets at this point in the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't always that way.
No. There was a time we didn't have anything.
Yeah. It was like I've got 4 HTC Vives and an HTC Vive Pro.
Yeah.
And that was our collection. We got the Pro, and then we had the Pro I, the Pro 2, the Valve Index. We got the Quest 2. We got the Quest 1, the Quest 2.
Yeah, we got
the Quest 3. I'm trying to think of the linear chronological progression here.
Somewhere the valve, we did get one or two valve indexes in the after the
in the 5175 store. So we had 2 valve indexes there, and then, but like after the Quest 3, what was the next headset that we bought after the Quest 3? Was it the 3S, or did we buy?
It had to be.
We had a Quest Pro in there somewhere.
I think there's a Quest Pro. Yeah.
We must have. We had some Oculus Go's in there somewhere. We bought like a box of those. Oh, the G2 reverbs. We bought a bunch of those.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about that.
We bought like a pallet of G2 reverbs.
Yeah.
On auction. It was like, I don't even know, hundreds of G2 reverbs.
We're still using those.
Yeah. We still have a box full of them. None of them work. They're just for parts. But yeah, they're out there. I'm trying to think what else came in the progression.
Let's see.
It was Quest 3s for a while.
Yeah, it really was.
Just Quest 3s. The Quest 3S eventually came out. I think once the Quest 3S came out, that was kind of what started to really steamroll things. After that, we got... What was the next one after that?
I feel like it was after the 3S, there wasn't anything for a long time.
What was it? 3S?
Pico.
And then we got the Picos.
Yeah.
Josh sent us those Picos.
Yeah.
Because 3S was October, and then we went to CES. We met Josh. We got those Picos.
Yep.
And then IMAX Crystal Light.
I was going to say the Crystal Light next.
Crystal Light?
Yeah.
Then the Play for Dream.
Yeah.
Crystal Super.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Well, we've had CV1s. I didn't mention the CV1s and the Rift S's.
We've had those for a while. Yeah.
We just got the Apple Vision Pro. We just got the Bigscreen Beyond.
We did?
Let me see that.
Just kidding. I can't believe we were showcasing this now.
I've got a video coming out about this later this week.
So that's a little heads up.
Yeah, a little heads up. Little teaser. Gosh, this is a super nice headset. I'm excited to talk about this on the channel. So I'm not going to give too much away, but I've really fallen in love with this little thing. So that's what I'll say about that.
Yeah.
This is for anybody who's wondering how much smaller this is than the Quest 3S. It's much smaller than the Quest 3S. Why is the audio so low? I didn't realize the audio was so low.
Is it low?
Let me see here. Oops. Let's see if I can bump it up a little bit for you.
How about now?
How about now?
How about now? I feel like it wasn't that low, but maybe it is.
Try that.
Let us know your thoughts.
Is the audio better? It didn't look that low when I was looking at the OBS thing. Looks like it's pretty good.
Yeah. We good on that side? Yeah?
Yeah.
You could probably bring that up just a hair if you wanted to on the OBS. Oh, no, it's already up all the way. That's Mexico, yeah.
So
it's never like a perfect process.
That's probably better.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
We'll try it there. The audio is echoier now. Okay.
I guess I'm going to grab some I'll grab some headphones.
He's going to grab some headphones. Seems fine to me. Let's see. Hope I get it because I want to teach my mom how to play Gorilla Tag. You must really want to teach your mom how to play Gorilla Tag because that's like the 7th time you've commented that. I really want to win. My Quest 3 is broken and it doesn't turn on, and the Quest 2 I have is a right LCD that has a bunch of green dots on it. Yeah, those green dots, that's sun damage. Rosen TX12 says audio is good. Okay.
Okay.
I think maybe I just need to get closer to the mic. We probably just need to be like right here. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
This is kind of a new mic setup. We've played with the mic setup. It's a little different every time I feel like we do this.
This is true.
So we're really trying to find the best mic setup. And yeah, it's never perfect. It's never perfect.
That sounds good to me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's capturing directionally, so each one of you is in one ear. I see. So, because it's in the stereo mode.
Stereo.
Yeah.
Omnidirect. Is there a... Well...
It'll be all right. It'll be okay. It can't be sun damage. I left it in my closet until my Quest 3 broke. The green dots always mean sun damage. I mean, you can get sun damage through a window, you know, if you leave it out on a desk or something like that. I've seen that happen many times. People leave them in cars; they get sun damage. So
that does happen. Even if it's in a case, and it gets hot, it's gonna damage the LCD.
Yep.
I've had that actually happen to me on a Quest 2.
Oh,
I just had it in the car in a case, like not in the sun, and sure enough, it damaged the LCD display. So I didn't say anything about it at the time because we have a bunch of them, but I was very disappointed. Oh, you could do that.
Switched it to. Is that better? Can you guys hear the audio better, or is it still split between both ears? Let me know. That thing in each opposite from the camera's perspective. You're in the opposite ear from the camera's perspective. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I switched it to mono, so let's see if that fixed it. It's good. OGOBSS says it's good. Avery Mosley says it's good. Nah, it's good. It's better now. It's
nice.
Good. Okay, we're good. All right, I fixed it.
We're always learning.
Yay.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever try to make a headset from scratch, like a custom one? We've talked about it.
Yeah.
I think it would make a really cool video. That the truth is we've talked to a lot of these like, I don't want to call them like indie, but like smaller VR headset manufacturers, and a lot of the components, a lot of the parts that they use, like I'll throw like Shift All under the bus or DPVR. Like that's a good example.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the components for like the DPVR headsets are just kind of commercially available components. They're not like manufactured custom for those headsets. So like a lot of the Quest stuff, right? Like those things are all like custom made, manufactured. Everything is R&D from the ground up within Reality Labs. So like the pancake lenses, there's like 2 factories that manufacture those pancake lenses, and Meta has exclusive contracts with those factories to manufacture those specific pancake lenses exclusively for Meta headsets. But there's a lot of displays and optical stacks and PCBs and frames that are just kind of open and available, and there's open source software to run VR headsets. I've seen a lot of people, other people do videos on these things. It's like they'll get a couple displays and a couple lenses together, and kind of put it in a 3D printed thing and put some speakers on it if they want, and then you throw some open source like Steam VR tracking software on there and like an HTC Vive, like a Steam tracker. And that gives it your 6 degrees of field, movement, and it just is a headset. The problem is it's not like, it's not any cheaper to do that than it is to just buy a lot of the low end headsets, the Quest stuff, the DPVR stuff, like the low end stuff. If you wanted to build a custom headset, even with like basic screens, like, I mean, I'm talking like Fresnel lenses and LCDs that are like relatively high resolution, like, Quest 2, Quest 3S level resolution, you're probably going to spend like $800 just on the parts. Yeah. So, so it's not cheap to do. And then again, if you're looking at like OLEDs and pancake lenses, those things are out there. I mean, you can just buy them off Alibaba if you want to.
They are there, yeah.
But you're going to spend $1,500 on that project. Yeah. So it's not a matter of not doing it. It's a matter of like whether or not I can find a way to like make it viable as a DIY project. Like, hey, here's like, what's the angle there? Because you're not saving any money. Are you getting some sort of better functionality? Is it more moddable? Can I have whatever screens in there I want? Can I make whatever audio I want? There has to be some sort of an angle there that makes it kind of worthwhile for me to do a video on how to do it, so that people sort of go, oh, this is awesome. I'm so glad that you did this. Because otherwise it's like, well, thanks for showing us how to build a $2,000 headset. I can't afford that one either, and those, like, So the goal is to be helpful and provide value. That's always kind of the goal when I make these videos. It's like, how can I be helpful? How can I provide value, whether that's information or whatever? So anyway, the winner's not announced yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Let's move on and talk about Steam for a second.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so the core of this video that we kind of wanted to talk about, get into, blah blah blah. Steam Frame still not announced.
I was watching a video a couple days ago. Yeah. There was a change on the website.
Yep.
So it looks like we're getting
coming soon now.
We're getting super close to that launch date.
Maybe.
Or release date.
Release date.
Well, my concern is they're going to go, okay, we're releasing it on, and it's not like it's gonna be like Q4 or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh! So we have a release date, but I gotta wait another 6 to 8 months before I see it.
And all the hype's gone. I feel like the hype train was just, everybody was super pumped in November when they announced it, and it was like, okay, price and like pre-orders coming Q1 of 2026.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's almost Q2 of 2026, and we don't even have a price for any of the stuff, for the machine, for the frame. Like, we don't have a date. Like, even if you just put a date up on there, it'd be like, okay. But I think you're right. We'll get 3, maybe arguably next month, 2 months from now. We kind of see some sort of either a price or a date. Yeah. But that date is probably 6 months away.
I do wonder if they're going to genuinely, if they're going to release them all at the same time, if we're going to start to see some sort of staggered, the Steam machine's going to come out week whatever, and then we're not going to see. You think it'll all do all together?
They have to do it all together, because I think that like one of the big selling points here is that you can bundle those things together. I mean, for me personally,
sure, it makes sense.
Like if you're going to buy because the Steam frame, for anybody who's not in the know,
get in the know.
They're marketing it as a PCVR headset, but it is a standalone device. Like, you can play VR games just in the headset. It's got enough RAM, it's got enough processing power. Like, it can function as a standalone device, and you could just download games through the operating system. Steam OS is on the headset, and you can just download games and play VR games straight from there. But they are marketing it kind of like heavily as this like wireless PC VR headset. That to me is sort of the indication that it's like, yeah, we want to bundle this. We want the Steam machine to be in that $799, $899 window, and we want the Steam frame to be in that like $699, $799 window, and you could buy them separately for like whatever that math is, $1,700, $1,700, or you could buy them together for like $1,499, and that's going to save them shipping costs and logistic costs and and it locks in 2 to 3 sales per customer instead of just having that's just basic kind of retail stuff. But it would be silly if they stagger them out. It is simply because they lack the resources to launch them together.
I'm wondering with the shortage and all that stuff, if they're running into that issue. Obviously, they've not launched them. It's like, well, where's the hang up? Is it on one product? Yeah. There's a hang up? Is it both products? I realize there's the RAM shortage shit, but I don't know. It's like, I'm curious to see if, because of some logistics issue, if they're going to stagger them. I think from a business standpoint, if they can launch them together, I think that's the call to make.
Yeah.
But
I think they have to. Otherwise, it's like one of those two products loses its entire edge.
Well, then that may be why we're having to wait longer, is because I think one of them is probably ready to go, in my opinion, and I think we're just waiting for the other one on their end to be ready to go.
Yeah.
So, and the controller, right? But the controller's probably ready to go. They're probably ready to launch.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah.
But hi, Valor is here.
Hello.
Really Hairy Goldfish is loading. Can't wait for the 50/50 videos calling it the either Oculus Killer or Valve's Virtual Boy.
I think that name got it.
Yeah, the Steam frame will launch, and it'll get panned by critics, and everybody will go, VR is dead for like 3 months. So, is VR dead? VR is dead. Yeah, I can't wait either. It's gonna be great. Hello guys, I hope someone wins. Someone is going to win. There's no hoping to it. We'll have 2 winners.
Yeah, don't hope.
Are the headsets radioactive? Yes.
We're doing this for you.
Yep, that's right. What is your opinions on the fact that the frame runs Linux for being a standalone PCVR headset? I think it's great. Steam OS has been, an operating system that Valve has worked on and utilized in things like the Steam Deck for a while now. Everybody who uses it and has the Steam Deck seems to think it's very stable. I really don't mind it at all. And actually, I think I kind of like the fact that we're getting away from what's effectively been like a monopoly. In the VR community, that's on Android, and in the PC computer desktop category, that's Windows, and it's been Windows for like 40 years. In the VR category, it's been like Android for, 10 years?
It's been a long time.
2017, 2018.
Almost.
Let's say 2018.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're getting close.
So, minus the Windows mixed reality headsets. So, a little bit of diversification is always good for the industry. A little bit of competition is always good. And at the same time, it kind of seems like Windows doesn't really want any part in it. Windows just seems to be backing away from all this stuff and kind of moving into AI stuff. So it's nice that Valve is kind of like starting to fill. I mean, I've had this conversation with myself about do I just want to throw Steam OS on do I just want to run Linux on my gaming PC,
It's funny you say that because I did have that thought the other day because I've not experienced it enough as far as like on whatever. We got a lot of computers in the shop. So I was like, why not have one computer that's running?
If that's all you're using it for.
And that's all we're using it for. It's like, how much performance do I get out of it? Because, from being a PC guy for a long time and using Windows is super resource heavy. It's not well optimized.
More resource heavy with every generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. And so if you have SteamOS or a Linux base, there is potential for maybe some better performance.
Did you see that Microsoft teased Windows 12 the other day?
I did not see that. When was this?
Oh, I don't know, like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. Windows 12.
We just got
It's
Windows
coming.
11.
Yep.
Windows 12 draws more criticism.
Yeah. Yeah. How long is the normal stream? Usually we go for like an hour.
Yes.
Steam. And here's another point of news. Valve and their legal troubles.
I did read that.
They've got that whole thing going on with the EU. That's kind of old news at this point. I'm not seeing any follow-up on that. And then the new thing is that the state of New York is suing Valve.
I did look into that a little bit further. So I was reading through this, and their thought process here is it's kind of like falls within the scope of gambling.
Yeah.
And so you buy loot boxes and random keys, and then when you go to get the item, you're effectively gambling the money that you bought on the key to get this item. And there's some monetary value to those items that you can win.
Yeah, but you're not getting money.
And you're not, no.
So legally,
If
you're not getting money, is there technically a free way to enter?
Well, the monetary aspect of it is that you can sell. I guess you could sell the items that you get.
Yeah.
There's some monetary value to the items that you win.
Right.
And you could sell those, I think.
Right.
In some capacity.
But my question is there any free way to obtain a loot box? You have to pay for the loot boxes?
You have to, yeah.
There's no like daily free one or like annual like free thing. You can't like send a letter in and request the loot box or anything. Because usually that's how those things work out.
I guess
it's
that's
like,
a good point.
Technically, if there's a free way to do something, then it's legally a sweepstakes. That's like why all of our giveaways that we do, there's free ways to enter. It's like you can buy something from the website and get points for that, but you can also just like visit our YouTube channel or something like that. And that's a free way to enter, and that legally makes it a sweepstakes. If everything's pay to play, then it's a lottery.
I've not heard anything or seen anything as far as my research goes, but I mean, that makes a lot of sense with what you're saying.
But the other thing too is like, how is that different from like any of these other game developers that use loot boxes or random things? Like, I mean, Pokemon does.
Well, I don't know what it is about the state of New York. They are just on this like path to make, because nobody else has brought it up. I mean, maybe they have, but for whatever reason, New York is like leading the charge on this. So somebody that was probably at the DA's office or something probably got really upset and was like, "This is not fair."
That's what it is. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. And we're gonna go. The state's coming for them.
That's right.
Somebody got butthurt about it.
It is weird that there's recently been this concerted effort against Valve of all companies.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of like. It's not yet a pattern because there's only been 2 lawsuits, but if another lawsuit pops up, we're going to start getting into like conspiracy zone. Like, okay, who's got it out for Gabe? What are we doing, guys? The other thing is, speaking of Nintendo, because I brought up the Pokemon thing, is they're suing the U.S. government now.
I did see that.
That's like a whole thing. Pull that up real quick.
Because
that's like, because there was like the whole trademark thing with the Pokemon, and how is Nintendo not just considered like a giant like legal company at this point?
I don't know. They sue a lot of people, by the way.
They're a law firm that makes games. Yeah, let's bring it up. Filed a lawsuit, sues U.S. government over the tariffs. Yeah, because it hurt Switch 2 sales. That's what it was.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Yes. We have to unpack that completely, but yeah.
Yeah. Reeve Supercut says Nintendo needs to chill. That's Valve trying to do some extent with the frame might be upgradable. Where are we at here with the comments, guys? All the folks, $1,000 plus, unusual, will be balling. Yeah. If the Steam frame comes out and it's over $1,000, people are going to be upset. I think Valve knows that. I think that they kind of brought it on themselves. They kind of brought it on themselves because from the outset they said it was going to be cheaper than the index. Like, it's going to be cheaper than the index. It's like, okay, now you're setting the stage. And they went with the LCDs. If they had gone with an OLED screen or a micro OLED screen or a mini RGB or something else, then you can almost sell it at whatever price you want. People aren't going to be happy about it, but you can get away with it. Everybody else seems to get away with it. Samsung gets away with it. Apple gets away with it. You put LCDs in that thing, and now everybody's like, if it's more than $500, I am rioting. And because it's just kind of seen as this like old VR tech, like everything is kind of going toward micro OLEDs. So in a way, they set two stepping stones up for themselves to be like, okay, it's going to be budget friendly. Saying it's going to be less than the index, that's strike one. Putting LCDs in it, that's strike two. If it's over $1,000 with LCDs and more expensive than the Valve Index, which, by the way, they were selling on the website like up until the Steam frame launch, still at the original MSRP, still for $1,000. Yeah. So it's not like they lowered the price on that down to like $750, $800 over time. Yep. That was a 7-year-old headset that they were selling for $1,000. So you're going to come out with a brand new headset that has basically the same display tech with just nicer resolution and nicer lenses. Yep.
I have this thought, and you may agree with me, is I think there is a bad timing for them because now we're in the position where they're dealing with the RAM shortage and the tech, all that stuff that's going on.
That was terrible timing.
But it was like, you could have released it. My thought is they could have released it last year, earlier in the year when this wasn't a problem. But I think they were waiting to see if Meta was going to launch a headset, and they did not want to compete with that. Yeah. And they saw that Meta didn't launch the headset, and they go, this is the time to do it, because it's going to be another year before we see a Meta headset potentially. But then they waited too long, and then the RAM shortage happened, and they're like, they basically kind of messed themselves up.
I think it's dumb. What they should have done, because I just don't believe that it wasn't ready. I just don't believe,
I think it was ready.
I don't believe that they couldn't have gotten it out any sooner. I think that the Steam frame has been basically functionally ready, and they've just been dragging their feet on it for like 3 years. Like, when we were getting like the trademark and the patent stuff for the name, like it had been ready for a year. If they had launched it in 2024, when Meta came out with the Quest 3S, Meta came out with the Quest 3S, which is like a cheaper version of this. You know, it's a halfway point between the Quest 2 and the Quest 3. You don't want to spend $500 on this? Fine. Here's a $299 headset. Buy it so that you can access your games. And if Steam Frame had come out that week and said, we're launching the Steam Frame. It has slightly nicer resolution than the Quest 3. Yeah. It's PCVR capable. It's got this. It's got that. It's got this. They would have totally stolen Meta's thunder. None of these would have sold. They probably would have cut Meta's sales in half. None of the Quest 3s would have sold that year. Like, they would just that would have been the play. But instead they waited until, like you said, Meta didn't launch anything. Yep. And now they're in trouble. Yep. With the whole RAM shortage thing.
I don't know if their mindset was like, oh, they're going to launch heads. I understand, I guess, but yeah, they just waited. They waited too long. I think you're right. They had it ready to go.
And the only thing that I can come up with, which has like no merit, there's no basis for this whatsoever, is that they had something else like people talk about Half-Life 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there had been another Half-Life 3 or Half-Life Alyx 2 or something like that was taking a long time to develop for some reason, that they were going to launch hand in hand with the Steam frame and the Steam machine, then you could kind of go, okay, that was like the missing piece.
Yeah.
But there's no substance to that. There's like no evidence that they were waiting on. What were you waiting on?
We've not seen anything. Yeah.
So, because I mean, I don't know. I see people comment on this all the time. Like we waited 7 years for a really nice PCVR friendly Steam VR Quest 3.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. That's not to say that I won't buy one, and I'll probably really like it. And I'm sure that it'll have a lot of functionality and capability that the Quest 3 doesn't have. And I'm sure that I'll enjoy playing Steam VR games on it, and flat VR games on it. And I'm sure that the PCIe Express port will enable things like face tracking and full color pass-through. I'm sure it'll have all of these cool bells and whistles, and I'm not saying that it won't. But the timing was bad.
Yeah.
Especially. And we'll bring up the big screen again, or the Pimax, or, like the Samsung Galaxy, especially at a time when the entire industry seems to be moving on from that format.
That's true, too.
They're launching a standalone, like, battery-capable headset. And, again, not that there's not an audience for that, but the entire rest of the industry seems to be going toward pucks and super light headsets, and we're trying to make this headset 100 grams, 150 grams. We're trying to make it like totally wearable all the time so that you can play wherever and just throw it in a backpack and blah blah blah. And then then Valve comes out with a headset that's basically like 3-year-old tech, arguably.
You have to think about how many headsets are being created or designed. I mean, we look Bigscreen Beyond 2. We have Shiftall. They launched their new Meganeck, or was it Mach 2 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And then Pimax has got their Dream Air line that's coming up. And then you've got talks. We haven't talked about the Swan.
Play for Dream, the Swan.
Yeah. So
Apple updated the Apple Vision Pro with the M5 chip.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting shift.
Zeo Big, that was another one.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
I feel like there's another one that I'm missing.
Who else?
Did we say Bigscreen Beyond 2
did
already?
Say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
That just seems... Well, Meta themselves with the Project Phoenix thing. That's a whole nother thing that just follows that pattern of like, oh yeah, we're going to go super light, external battery puck thing, processor puck, like whether it's processor or battery, it's a puck, it's a separate thing. Everybody's like, oh, it's just going to be the battery. And it's like, the notes said it's got the processor in it. That's what the notes said. That's what they said. So it's just an external battery. No, it's not. Because I firmly don't believe, but desperately want the Phoenix project to be capable of PCVR. I think that'd be so cool. I think it'd be so cool if the Phoenix came out and they were like launching in October 2026. Now announcing the Rift X.
Oh yeah.
I'd be all over it.
The Rift X.
The Rift X.
Oh yeah.
The Super Rift.
Oh, the Super Rift.
Yeah, I'd be all over it. Rift Omega.
The Rift Omega.
The end all be all of PCVR. Well, and that's just kind of plays to what this whole like, I guess, episode is about. This live stream is like there is these like people. I think just the consumers, like people who play VR, don't realize that there's all of these like internal battles going on. It's like Steam Frame like could have launched against the Quest 3S and they chose not to, and they chose to launch in a year where Meta wasn't launching anything, and they set themselves up for failure with the RAM shortage thing and the changing of the industry. And now Meta's taken that as a response to go, okay, well maybe we can do this, and we're going to steal a little bit of Apple's thunder, and we're going to steal a little bit of Steam's thunder. We're going to launch our Quest 4 is going to be designed for VR gaming. That's what we're going to design it for, and we're going to have an ultralight headset. And we're getting away from Horizons, and we're getting away from game development because we just want to make good hardware. It's like, well, who does that sound like?
Yeah.
Who does that sound like? And then you've got companies like Pico. This is another piece of news.
Oh, yeah.
Pico just, they've not launched a headset since 2022. Which 2020 was it 2022 or 2023? Was the Ultra? Was the 4 Ultra?
I think it was 24 Ultra Pico.
I think it was 2022.
Launch
But anyway,
date.
and the 4 Ultra was really just
2024.
2020. Oh, what? Okay, but the 4 was 2022. The 4 Ultra.
Oh yeah,
was a refresh of the 4, so that came out 2 years later. So that was 2 years ago, and they just decided back in 2023 or 2024, before the refresh, they decided we're not going to launch a Pico 5. They canceled the Pico 5,
Yep.
and they said we're going to refresh the 4, and we're going to focus on something that is more spatial computing to eat Apple's lunch, and that's hopefully the news that we'll get this week. March 12th is supposed to be the
time is that at?
that's GDC. Is that they're announcing that?
Is
at,
it
I
at
think?
GDC
I think it is
they're
at
doing it
GDC. Because and they did their live stream about the Pico OS 6, which I didn't watch, but
March 2nd. No, that's not right.
no, that's not right.
What is the new Pico launch date?
Oh, there's Andy.
Yep.
Andy Morphs, my buddy.
I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
I think the way that I read the news was that it showed up on GDC's website that Pico was going to do something and that Project Swan was going to be included in that. But they've not officially announced the Project Swan. Last time I checked, maybe they have now. But
it just says global launch in late 2026 for Project Swan.
right, but I think that they're debuting it
on the 12th.
What they're doing technically, according to the notes on GDC's website, is debuting Pico OS 6, which they did a keynote on the other day.
Yeah.
But they're debuting that, and they're doing demos of it. And the speculation is that they'll be doing demos of it with the Project Swan
At
GDC.
Yeah.
Because Project Swan was in the little notes or something like that as testing or something like that. Anyway, but the point that I was trying to make is that now you've got Pico, who's always been sort of like this, let's call it EU and Asia sort of based, Asia based but EU friendly sort of meta competitor.
Yeah.
Now kind of coming for what Samsung and Apple have carved out for themselves in the spatial computing world. And you've got Meta kind of coming in from the left flank, and they're kind of looking at the ultralight market, and they're kind of looking at the gaming market, So you've got all of these moving pieces. And simultaneously, we talk about the big screen and all of the ultralight competitors, they're coming for big screen's lunch, because big screen has basically had a monopoly on that since 2021, 2022. Nobody's really made anything like this. And now everybody's making something like this, just out of the blue.
Yeah.
So for people who are just kind of casual VR gamers, who are just maybe you just kind of play a little VR here and there, you got a Quest 3 at some point, you got a Quest 2 at some point, and you're just sort of, I like it, it's fun. There's all of these weird little political intercompany, extra company rivalries that seem to really be driving the industry a lot more than I think it appears to be on the surface.
I will say it is kind of fun to watch, to see
Yeah.
How the progression looks like. I'm just excited for what the next thing is.
Yeah.
It's just going to get better. In what way is it going to get better,
Well, and what's fun, too, is that you see new people kind of come into the space, and then you see other people leave the space.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's watching a live chessboard all the time. Because you'll see somebody like Windows just totally back away. Windows was a big player in VR for a long time with Windows Mixed Reality, and they had partnerships with companies
That's
like
right.
HP
Yeah.
and Capcom. That was a Windows Mixed Reality headset, I'm pretty sure. And but Windows was a big player in the space, and they just went, I don't want to play anymore. I'm taking my ball and going home. And then, and then you get companies like Play for Dream, that kind of just come out of nowhere.
They did come out of nowhere.
Big Screen kind of came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
And they just kind of slot in because they want to fill a specific niche, and they get some investors, and they've got some people on board. The other one that's kind of coming out of nowhere that I'm not seeing hardly anybody talk about, and I think it's be fun to make a video on this, is the Gravity XR guys.
Oh, yeah.
Gravity XR is this
Yep.
company that's coming out of, I don't think it's China, but maybe it's China. I want to say it's South Korea. South Korea, Taiwan, China. It's one of those three. Somewhere in there. It is
Ningbo, China.
It's in China, and but they have cherry picked different engineers and designers from Apple, Meta, Pico, someplace else, like a handful of different engineers and designers to create a new processor for an ultralight headset that basically looks like a pair of glasses. If you've not seen the Gravity XR glasses, like the prototypes, just go check those out real quick, and then come right back, or check them out later. Because
I'll put them in the link in the description.
Yeah, he's going to put them in the link in the chat. But it's a really cool concept. But they created a processor for this from the ground up because they didn't want to work with Qualcomm and do all the Snapdragon stuff. So they just designed a chip, and now they're working on this sort of like glasses ultralight headset to kind of go along with it. Who else did that? Pico. Just developed. They've got their own chip going into the Swan project. That was the thing that I thought was really interesting about the Swan project, was that the XR2 Gen 3 chip that Qualcomm is, I guess, in the process of manufacturing and getting into, like, they're getting it going. That's been locked in for the next Meta headset. So they don't have access to it until Meta releases their headset, and then they can get their hands on it. But they're trying to, I think, back to the VR Wars thing, they're trying to beat Meta out the gate with the ultralight, spatial computer external puck headset design. They're trying to beat them out the gate. So they just went, we're just going to make our own processor.
It is. I think it is it's crippling for any company that needs to have some sort of processor, and you're stuck with the Snapdragon, or Apple's been very notorious for I'll just go ahead and take it, because they were using Intel chips for a long time, and they're like, I'm done. I'm not leaving the fate of our devices up to another company. We're just going to take care of it.
Yeah. That's going to be what Valve does. Valve, I'm kind of kidding. But, watch it happen. Watch Valve come out and be like, you know what? In order to solve this RAM problem for our Steam frame and Steam machine, we're building 2 new factories in Arizona, and we're gonna make RAM, Valve RAM.
Yeah, it's possible.
And we're gonna call it. Oh, VRAM's taken.
They're talking about a lot of benefits if you bring your business over here, so it's possible. Possibility.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anybody got any questions? We're gonna do some questions, and then we'll get to the winners. So if you got a question, drop it in the chat.
We've not picked anybody yet either.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on in the chat. We
If
missed
I
some
win,
crazy
you gotta
stuff.
shave the beard. I'm not shaving the beard. I'm never shaving the beard. I was talking to a friend about this last night, actually, because for those of you who don't know, I was in the Marine Corps for several years, back in the late 2010s, or early 2010s, 2010 through 2013, 2009 through 2013, but functionally 2010. Anyway, but I got out of the Marine Corps, started growing my beard out, and I've effectively had a beard nonstop. Like, I don't even own a razor, I don't think, but I've effectively had a beard nonstop for 13 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, just about. I think I've shaved once, but I've not razor shaved, just like as a point of principle.
I saw a picture of you the other day come across my phone.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
We were in Tulsa, and your beard was substantially, if I could find it, I'll show it
way
to you.
shorter.
Yeah, and I was like, that's just crazy that it's just how much it's grown or not grown.
It used to be much shorter. I had it longer than this in January, and I finally decided I'd trim it down because it was just getting hard to eat and stuff, and it was just in my face all the time. You just shave the cheeks. Yeah, I just kind of keep. I don't grow. My beard doesn't grow as thick here, so I just kind of keep this area clean. But it grows fine here.
These are the questions to ask.
Yeah, these are. I'm really glad we're doing this on a live stream. I don't know. That is Cap. What is Cap? Do you think AR tech? Oh, finally somebody with a question. Do you think AR tech could be as promising as VR technology, and does it have the potential to outdo VR eventually with enough money and time into it? The thing about AR tech versus VR tech is not whether or not it could outperform it, like technologically, like whether or not there's resources to make it really amazing. I think Meta's proved that is like they can put billions of dollars into research and development and make some pretty cool stuff. And you've got companies like Rokid and like Snapchat with their spectacles. Like AR technology is up and coming. The problem isn't that it can't be good. The problem is utility.
Oh.
VR really got lucky in the fact that like the main application for virtual reality kind of out of the gate, like even going back to like the Palmer Luckey days of Oculus, was just obviously going to be gaming. Like that's kind of what the culture was set up for. That's kind of, we had things like Sword Art Online and like Ready Player One, and like there's all of this like VR tech being used for gaming is kind of baked into, I think, the culture of like, well, I don't want to say American culture, but just gaming culture.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, VR, like it's a gaming thing. Like that's what we've just always, even going back to like maybe the 80s and the 90s with like because you had VR, a lot of people don't know this, but in the late 80s, early 90s, there was early VR headsets that were showing up in arcades. And they were like big contraptions, like think like the Catwalk VR stuff, like that kind of thing, but like even bigger, like a gigantic thing that you would stand in and put a headset on and like experience the world around you. So I think that VR has just always been an advantage because it's always got like a very clear use case and a target audience that's willing to spend money on it and put money into the industry for that purpose. AR's weirder because it's like getting people to adopt like smartphones all over again. Because AR technology has not, at least in my opinion, people can disagree with me here. You can disagree with me if you really want to. I prefer you not, but if you really want to, you can. AR technology's got a hurdle ahead of it in that the only thing that it really presents to solve is by being your cell phone. That's the only thing that it does. It's like, what can my Meta Ray-Ban glasses do? Well, I can message people from them. I can use Google Maps. I can play some simple games. I can maybe like scroll on Instagram. We'll get third-party apps at some point. I'll be able to watch YouTube. But that interface is not any more convenient. And in some ways, it's way less convenient than my phone. When smartphones got adopted early on, it was because they provided clear use case. They simplified a lot of things. I don't have to go to the computer for this. I don't have to go to a payphone for this. I don't have to carry a phone that's like this size, in my pot. Like it's solving a lot of problems for me.
Yeah.
AR is not really solving any problems. It's just trying to facilitate the same sorts of functions that phones already have, but phones do them better. That's a big hurdle that AR glasses have not figured out how to overcome yet. And at the same time, even though there's a lot of people that seem to be using like AR or like Rokid glasses or something like that for entertainment, the Zio Big, that's kind of how they market it. It's like, oh, it's entertainment glasses. They AR glasses, but they're entertainment glasses. Most people, again, it's like, it's not really solving a problem. I already have a TV. Now, maybe if I didn't have a TV, maybe if every American didn't have a TV, then it would solve a problem.
Yeah.
But the problem is like we all have TVs. We all have smartphones. So AR technology is just like at some point there either has to be there has to be a problem that it can solve that nothing else is solving, or it'll go away.
I think it's hard to adopt here in the United States, at least. We just have stuff. We have TVs. We have cell phones. We have all those things that make it convenient. I don't know. It's going to be hard to go away from the phone to the glasses, and I don't see the value. Like you say, there's no value in it for me at this time. It's going to have to, like you said, it's going to have to be a hurdle they go through. I don't know what that looks like. I'm sure they're trying to figure that out. I'm curious to see it. I mean,
and I'm not saying that it couldn't solve those problems better. Like maybe it could, but there has to be real leverage there. It can't just be like, oh, well, now you can text without looking like you're texting. It's like it's very culturally acceptable, at least in my part of the world, to text when you're in front of somebody. Like maybe not mid-conversation. Maybe I'm not going to like whip out my phone and start texting right when Preston's talking to me.
Wait.
But if somebody messages me and I'm like, oh, sorry, I got to text my wife real quick, and text that person, like my wife or whoever, if nobody cares. Like, so what problem are you solving?
Yeah.
What problem are you solving? And again, VR, even though it's a niche industry, even though there's not like comparable to the rest of the gaming industry, there's fewer people that want to game in VR. Some of that's software, some of that's just like because we're still in the early stages of it. People are still feeling out like which mechanics work best and which things apply best and what people really like to do and blah, blah, blah. But you can at least make an argument that VR games can only be experienced that way. Like an immersive world where I'm like physically grabbing something and pointing something like a gun at somebody, and that's my FPS shooter experience is actually pulling a gun out and, you know, reloading it manually. Like I can only experience that in VR. I can experience it in other ways, but it's not as good.
Right.
So VR has that going for it, where AR doesn't really seem to solve the problems that it wants to solve any better than the devices that are currently on the market that are much cheaper do. Price is a hurdle too. It's got to get a lot more affordable because I can buy a TV, like a decent TV, for like $200-300. Like if I was just setting my kids up in a college dorm room, I can set them up with a 40-50 inch TV for like $200-300.
Yeah.
AR glasses. It was like, oh, it takes up less space and you can still watch TV on it. Well, that's going to be like a $800 expense minimum. It's like 3 times the cost. If you could sell them to me for $100, now you might be making an argument.
Right.
Same thing with the Meta glasses.
Yeah.
You can't sell me Meta glasses and say, well, they do everything your phone does, but you still need a phone and they cost as much as a phone.
Right.
Especially when you have companies like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and et cetera, basically giving away phones for free in exchange for a plan. It's like... So, that's the hurdle of AR. Fix my Oculus. Does it ship to countries along the U.S. or no? Please answer me. Does it ship to other countries along the U.S. or no? I don't know the answer to that question because I don't know what you're asking. If they made a VR with phone batteries and had eSIM support, y'all would use it as phones. Possibly. What's XR glasses? Mixed reality glasses. XR, AR are kind of interchangeable terms. Mixed reality, is like technically, I think, it incorporates aspects of virtual reality, whereas AR is more like augmenting the world around you. It's augmented reality. It's like I've got menus here, whereas mixed reality is like I can see myself in a virtual world. It's a little bit of a gray zone. Do you like sardines with rigatoni pasta? I've never had it. Maybe I would like it. Maybe I'll try it tonight. What are your favorite games for VR?
I love Pistol Whip. I think you're very much a Blades and Sorcery person.
Blades Sorcery, Super Hot is still kind of like if I get a chance to like jump into Super Hot's really good. Propagation, I'll jump into Propagation. Any chance I get. I don't know. I spend a lot more time...
Do you even play VR,
I spend a lot more time fixing the headsets and making videos about the headsets than I do playing, to be honest with you. But when I get a chance to play, it's usually some sort of like combat-oriented game. Fix my Oculus. Y'all think we've got further Steam frame delays to look forward to? Is a 2027 debut a possibility, or would they just give up at that point? If they push it out to 2027... I'd be really surprised. I don't think it's possible for them to push it out that far. Because we were just having the conversation earlier. The tech is already kind of old. Like, the biggest criticism of the Steam frame isn't that it has LCDs. I think that people are getting confused about that. It's the fact that it has LCDs in 2026 when everybody else is moving toward OLEDs, micro OLEDs, and mini RGBs. Everybody else's tech, like display tech, is advancing, and Steam is pushing out a headset with tech that would have been really good in 2023. If they push it out to 2027, they just create a steeper incline for themselves.
That's not
going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Makes no sense.
When do we find out who won? We'll do the winners here in just a second. Do y'all think the Steam frame is a threat to Meta, specifically because it's not going to change the VR world, but the emulation world? It can surpass Meta because it can emulate better. I think, to be frank, they're just completely different target markets, you know? And I think that there's enough space in our industry for people to have competing headsets without really eating each other's lunch. And this is kind of like that conversation that we've been having, is that you see a lot of these companies trying to like coalesce around ideas that are good, like an ultralight headset or like a standalone headset or like a headset with a battery puck. Like you've got a bunch of different ideas that have kind of like come and gone in waves over the last like 6 or 7 years. They never really seem to depreciate each other's like industry cap, other than maybe like when Meta was just like really advantageously like undercutting everybody back between like 2020 and 2024 arguably. That's the biggest hit that anybody else has really taken in the industry. But I don't think that Pimax took a big hit because of Meta. I don't think that Bigscreen took a big hit because of Pimax. Like, Bigscreen's not going to sell less headsets because Pimax is coming out with the Dream Air. People who want a big screen are going to buy a big screen. People who like the Pimax headsets are going to buy the Pimax headsets. I don't really think it makes that big of a difference because there's so many people who don't even have headsets, who are waiting for the perfect headset, who are waiting for the right headset for them. The question is not whether or not the Steam frame is gonna be competitive with Meta. It's whether or not Valve is gonna be competitive with Meta. If Valve continues to be sort of like just the ecosystem monopoly, like gaming marketplace that it has always been, while Meta slowly kind of backtracks away from game development and trying to like gets away from the Horizon stuff, I think that we see a world where Meta actually starts to, and I've made this comment about the Phoenix project specifically and about the Quest 4 as well, because their gaming, you know, headset that they're wanting to come out with in 2028. I can see a world in which Meta just decides to go, you know what, let's just leverage Steam. They're right there. Why are we trying to do this? Why are we trying to build this stupid app store and develop these stupid games that nobody buys when Steam's already doing all this heavy lifting, and then we can just sell headsets? The frame will still offer a bunch of things that the Meta headsets probably never will. Well, modularity.
There was that instance with Xbox and Meta, so they're up for doing something.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's there.
I think it's there. I think they absolutely could.
Yeah.
And it's really just a switch that they have to flip. All they have to do is go, Oculus Link is no longer required. You can now connect directly to all your Oculus games or all of your Steam VR games directly through Steam Link. You know, I know there's a Steam Link app. I know that you can use that. But what I'm saying is, like, the barrier entry needs to be just a little bit lower. It needs to be a little bit more streamlined, and Meta just needs to facilitate that. You know, kind of like how Sony refuses to facilitate a lot of their onboard features through the PCVR application of the headset. It's like, you gotta use all these stupid mods and stuff to get things to work. And even then, a lot of the things like the haptics on the controllers don't work. It's like, man, if Sony just flipped that switch and just said, you know what, it works perfectly with Steam VR now. All you need is the adapter. Sony becomes like top tier budget VR headset. Like top tier budget VR headset. Like $300 for OLED screens. It's a super light device, like eye tracking, face tracking, great controllers. Like,
they just want to play ball.
It doesn't have face tracking. I lied. It's just got eye tracking. But still, like, because I got to tell you, like, just plugging this in. Again, we're coming out with a review later this week, so check that out. But the Bigscreen Beyond, like, the nicest thing about this headset, it wasn't the weight, it wasn't the price, it wasn't the micro OLEDs, it wasn't the sweet spot, it wasn't the great convex pancake lenses. Like, there's lots of nice things about this tiny little device. The nicest thing was that I just plugged the cable into the computer and turned on Steam VR, and it just worked. I didn't have to download an app. I didn't have to install anything. I didn't have to go through some stupid game library or get some stupid app on my phone in order to make it work and pair it up and set up an account. I plugged it in, and it worked. And I loved that. And if this did that, or the Quest 4 does that, or the Phoenix does that, or the Pico does that, like,
it just works.
It just works.
Click a button,
and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's do some winners.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do some winners.
Do some winners. Okay, sweet. All right. First up is the 3S.
We're going to give 3S away,
We're going to give 3S away. We're going to give both of these headsets away.
Yeah.
We'll do the 3S first, and then we'll do the 3 next. And we'll draw the winners Are we ready, everybody?
We're ready.
Okay. You should bring up the live chat so I can see that. I want to see what people are saying. Yeah, we got it. We finally got it. All righty.
Drawing
Winner of the 3S glow-in-the-dark giveaway is...
Must have been a lot of names.
There's a lot of names. 96,000 entries. 96,000 total entries.
I've never seen it take this long before.
Okay, well, we're in trouble. This may take a few minutes. A few minutes.
I feel like I could go to the bathroom and come back. Oh, there it goes.
Toria S.
Toria S, congratulations. Awesome.
The winner of the glow-in-the-dark 3S.
Toria S, we will be in touch with you in the coming days, and we'll get that situated as far as getting that delivered over to you. So congratulations, Toria.
Congratulations.
S. Awesome.
All right. And we'll do another one for the glow-in-the-dark quest. We got one winner. For the glow-in-the-dark quest 3, the winner is...
Alexander P.
Alexander P. Congratulations.
Woo! Congratulations, Toria S. and Alexander P.
Oh, man. What a big day for those two individuals.
Yep.
Congrats,
right on.
everybody.
That's awesome.
Let me see here. All righty.
Cool beans.
That's it.
That concludes our live, I think.
I guess that's it.
That was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
We talked a lot.
We did talk
We
a lot.
interacted a lot. What is everybody saying in the chat?
Congrats. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
That's right.
Thanks for coming to our live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more VR-related content like this. And if you want to check out Preston's channel, FMO Gaming, he's doing monthly Steam gift card giveaways. So if you want to check that out, he's giving away $100 every month this year to all of his subscribers over there on FMO Gaming. At the same time, I got a couple new videos coming out this week. We're going to review the Bigscreen Beyond. And
for some reason, it wouldn't go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm still going.
He's still going there?
Here.
Okay. And for whatever reason, what was I saying? I was saying something.
You're doing reviews. You got more.
Yeah.
It's more videos coming up.
Reviews coming up, and then I guess we'll see what happens with the Pico on the 12th.
Yeah.
That'll be the big news this week.
That'll be the big news. Cool.
Pico Swan Project Swan, Pico Project Swan. Thanks everybody.
Appreciate it.
Yep. We'll